All right. Well, I had to think of some kind of caption, thumbnail, something to get you to click on the video. And do these things to retire in your 20s from a teenage millionaire. How do you retire in your 20s? I mean, I guess that's why you clicked on the video, right? You want to figure out how to make as much money as you possibly can in as short of a time period as possible, which I think is actually a reasonable goal. And then you want to retire in your 20s. So as someone that could comfortably retire by their late 20s, if my income level just stayed where it was right now, even without all the growth that I'm projected to do, how do you get to this point? How do you retire in your 20s? I'm gonna give you everything away in this video. You're gonna learn exactly the principles that I needed to follow to become a millionaire at the age of 19 years old. And if you don't believe me, you can go take a look at the plethora of videos that we've made showcasing what my brother and myself have done and what we've built. For some context, my brother and I currently run a multi-million-dollar marketing agency called Del Priori Hospitality. And we create content like the video that you're watching today, which showcases our day in the life, tips, tricks, tactics that we use to grow and scale our business, as well as some other lifestyle content and things of that nature. The overarching principle is that you're watching this video because you're trying to retire young. And I think that's part of the problem. Actually, I know that that's part of the problem. See, when I started my first business, I was 17 years old. What I did, if you guys don't know my story, is I had a job working full-time as a server in a breakfast restaurant, making basically minimum wage. And I took the money that I was making, working as a server, minimum wage, and I took that money and I put it into starting a content marketing agency. So basically what we would do, my brother and myself would create videos, take pictures, and edit them together for local businesses and then post them on their social media for them. And in exchange for taking these pictures, taking these videos and posting it, we would charge these companies locally a monthly fee of between $1,000 and $3,000 a month. And see, this is where we got our first taste of success as entrepreneurs. It's where we first started making decent money. At that point, I was making $8,000 to $10,000 a month, and so was my brother. That was the first lick of success that we had, which we then used as momentum and leverage to then start our second company, which is the company that we run today. That's the company that took us into the millions. Now, here's what I want you guys to genuinely understand, and here's what I want you guys to really think through. You need to ask yourself why you want to retire in your 20s. You need to ask yourself what you actually want out of this financial freedom that you're chasing. Is it to buy a supercar? Is it to buy a mansion? Is it to buy whatever material thing you're chasing? And is the sacrifice that you're going to need to make actually worth the inputs that you need to put in? Because I can promise you, with a big life comes big responsibility. You're not gonna wake up one day and have everything that you want because you fucking had a couple affirmations on a board. That's just not real. And it's not realistic to think that way. You need to have a long goal. And if you're 20 watching this video, or 18 or 16, your long goal should be where you want to be at in your 40s and in your 50s, not trying to retire in your 20s. You might be moderately successful throughout your 20s, but then start making really good money in your early 30s. So what is this whole goal of retiring in your early 20s? I really want you guys to reframe why this is even a goal of yours. Because see, if you hate what you do, probably at your job right now, that's probably why you're watching a video like this one, because you want to retire early because you don't like what you fucking do. But if you have a big mission, a big passion, a big purpose, and money is a means of exchange that you're able to get to through fulfilling the things that you're trying to do, then you're gonna wanna keep working. See, for me, I don't have a pension. I don't have a 401k. I don't have an IRA. I don't have a retirement account. I don't have a ton of money in the S&P 500. For me, I need no safety because I don't plan on retiring. The things that made me a millionaire at a young age were taking risks, taking bets on myself, and being someone that was willing to lose money short term to make money long term. And those are the same principles that I now teach people. So the first thing that I want you guys to understand is this video was titled How to Retire in Your 20s just to get you to click the video. I don't want you thinking about retiring in your 20s. I want you rethinking what your long-term goals are. Now, for the tactical advice, you're probably watching this video. You probably don't know where to start. I don't care if you're in college. I don't care if you're in high school. I don't care if you're working construction, but you're young, you're ambitious, and you're watching a video like this because you want to figure out how to do better with your life. And I did the same thing. All I did when I really wanted to start improving my life and my financial position is watch self-improvement videos on YouTube. That's really all I did. But guys, once you get your principles and your foundations, and you know that you need to stick to things for a prolonged period of time, you know you need to work extremely hard, and you know that you need to stay consistent. After that, you need to go into what I call the tactical. You need to figure out what kind of tactical advice you're actually going to get and acquire. You need to figure out what kind of tactical advice you're going to learn and what kind of information you're going to absorb to actually start making more money. Because the thing is, you're not going to make more money because you watch self-improvement videos, because you watch videos about stopping fapping, because you watch a video about doing 100 push-ups, because you watch a video about taking a cold shower. Those are not the things that actually make you rich. Those are not the things that are going to build you a successful business. What's going to build you a successful business most of the time is boring fucking work. And that is absolutely 100% the truth. And there's a lot of sugar-coated bullshit here on YouTube, but I'm trying to give it to you as straight as I possibly can. I became a millionaire through a marketing agency, okay? So I help businesses rank #1 on Google, run Facebook ads. We implement CRM systems for businesses. So basically what that means is if you ever submit a form for a business locally and then someone sends you a message right away and it's an automatic message, we set those up for businesses. Now, is that the most fun thing in the world? Do I love building workflows? Do I love doing 50 sales calls a week? Do I love doing all these things that I need to do? Not every day, no. I don't love what I do every single day, but I understand that my mission is to help more people achieve a level of financial freedom that I've been able to achieve, because the gain and the net out of what you get from doing all the hard work that you need to do is what truly makes it worth it. So is my business, my marketing agency, the most fun thing in the world? No, it's not. But my passion has been bred through my competence in it. I know it really well. I know the ins and outs of my marketing agency, and if I needed to teach someone how to build that exact business, the exact business that made me a millionaire, I could do it, and I could show people from top to bottom because I've documented my whole journey A to Z. So for your tactical advice, what I would do if I wanted to become a millionaire, if I wanted to retire in my 20s, which we know obviously we need to have a longer term goal and vision, is I would go as deep as I possibly could on one person that I actually trusted. Now, I'm not even saying that needs to be me, but what I am saying is this. Once you have a vertical and once you have a vehicle, you stick to that fucking thing like a bat out of hell. You stick to that thing like your life depends on it, like your future depends on it, because it does. The amount of people that I see that jump from one opportunity to the next, 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 because they get distracted and influenced by people around them that say they're doing things, is absolutely insane. And I need you guys to stop doing this. So once you have your model and once you have your vehicle, you fucking stick to it and you don't diversify. You stick to that one thing, like I said, like your life, your future, and your career fucking depend on it. You don't go broad. You don't need 50 different skills. You need one good skill, and that one good skill is going to be the thing that makes you financially free. It worked that way for me, and it's worked that way for all my mentors. So that's the God's honest truth. Take that advice and take that advice to the bank, because I wish when I had first started my business, I stopped trying to focus my attention in 50 million different directions, because guess what? The one direction that I focused on was the one direction that got me paid. And that's what I need you guys to start doing. So a big skill that I want you to build early on is once you find that one business model that you're gonna go after, you stick to it for 5 years. Now guys, I know that sounds absurd. 5 years, yes, 5 years. I want you to stick to it for 5 years, because if you don't give up for 5 years, and let's say you're watching this video and you're 16, you'll be 21 years old with a multi-million-dollar business. If you're starting this at 21 years old, you'll be 26 with a multi-million-dollar business. And I'm saying that this is at the absolute worst. This is our worst case scenario. I know people that are building multi-million-dollar agencies and businesses in a year, 2 years, 2.5 years. With massive action, massive results are going to precede that and follow that. So you guys don't need to diversify your focus. Focus on one thing. Now, the one thing that I focused on, like I said, was building my marketing agency. So to go a little bit deeper on the information and the knowledge so that you guys know, basically my brother and I run a business, like I said, where we run Facebook ads, we do SEO for businesses, which is called search engine optimization, and we help businesses, like let's say you own a supermarket or let's say you own a coffee shop, we would help your business rank #1 on Google. Because if someone makes a search and looks up coffee shop near me, and you as a coffee shop owner don't show up, You're missing out on all the business of people that would have made that search. And when you provide this service for a business, you get to charge them monthly. And the benefit of that is you have a monthly reoccurring service in their business. So for example, let's say I'm gonna work with you and you own a roofing business and I sell you SEO, which is search engine optimization, which is the process of me getting onto your website, editing your website, modifying it and touching it up to help you rank #1 on Google. I may charge you $1,000 a month to help you rank #1 on Google. With that being said, it's a monthly reoccurring service. So you need this service for the whole year. So it allows me to predict I can make $12,000 on that deal. Now that was the model I went after. Then I had to go deep on learning how to get leads, how to call these clients, how to set these clients up for Zoom meetings, how to close these sales on Zoom, how to onboard these clients when I did close a sale on Zoom, how to service these clients with the actual service that we sold, how to manage the working relationship, how to actually grow and scale this as a scalable business. Guys, there are so many moving parts, but that was the model that I followed. And guys, to this day, as of the recording of this video and in the coming months and years, that will be the business that I own and operate still. Because unlike many influencers, I don't need an audience. I don't need your money. Eventually, I will create something that can help you guys, but I don't need it because I have a real, built, sustainable business that pays me out hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So I don't need content to make me money. And that's where you guys also, like I said, pick that one person that you trust. You need to be wary of who you actually watch. Go look at people's track record. What have they actually done? What is their proof of concept? And learn the ins and outs of that person that you're gonna soak your information up from, because guys, I wish I would have done that early on. I had a dude that became my mentor. He had a clothing business, apparently. And because I was broke at the time and he had a little bit more money than me, I thought that everything that he was saying was true. So what I'm saying is, don't even trust everything that I say. Do your research on me, figure out if I am who I say I am, and if I'm not, then disregard what I say like everyone else, but you're not going to find that. Don't always assume that people that have more money than you are smarter than you. I'm sure that you've met people in life that are dumber than you that have more money than you. I'm sure you have. So understand that that can be the case. There are going to be people that you meet that are going to be dumber than you with more money, probably because they were able to sell people that were really dumb on the idea that they were somewhat smart. And that's how they made their money in the first place. So beware of a sheep in wolf's clothing. Be very, very aware. But when you do have that person, you go deep on what you can learn from them. And that's exactly what I did. I found one guy that had a really big, really successful marketing agency. I took all of his courses. I absorbed all of his information. I purchased one-on-one training from this guy. And this is the person that personally mentored me into building a multi-million-dollar agency. So another piece of advice that I'm going to give you if you want to be successful at a young age is fast track everything with your money. Guys, YouTube and the internet is a plethora of information. If you want to learn how to build a $1 million marketing agency, if you want to learn how to make 10K a month, you can access all that information from all my videos that I release for free. You can also access all that information from other free videos on YouTube and on the internet. However, I will warn you that all the information is scattered. So you're going to be searching, spending all your time and all of your resource trying to get access to all of this knowledge. And it's going to become overwhelming because one guy's telling you one thing, another guy's telling you another thing. You're getting this whole plethora of information. You don't know what's right from what's wrong, who's legit from who's not. And even with all the good information that you'll get, you're going to be left with all of it scattered. It's not going to be step by step, piece by piece what you need to do. And that's where investing your money into saving your time is the most mature thing that you can do as a business owner. And that's how you know that you're starting to hit scale, because guess what? At a certain point, you need to start valuing your time. Guys, for example, today, we're in the middle of filming this video right now. I got my lunch with me, bought this out. Every time I get food, I buy it out. I buy 3 meals a day out. Why? That's a waste of money. No, this saves me time. My resources are more important than cooking this fucking chicken dish. It's not worth my time. So you guys need to understand that if you can buy into something that is going to fast track all of your time that you could have spent learning direct and faster than everybody else, then if you're not putting your money there, where are you putting your money? Where are you putting your money? You need to invest that money into yourself, into your knowledge, and most importantly, into your speed. All the successful people that I know are focused on one thing: do things well, but do things fast. So many people move like fucking molasses, and I don't understand it. If you can get something done in a week that takes the average person 3 weeks, you are going to be 3 times more successful on the premise that you take more action. That is black and white, okay? So what I will say is when you invest both your time into saying, you know what, I'm balls to the wall right now, I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can on this business so that I can become successful as soon as humanly possible, with I have a good blueprint to become successful. Everything is drawn out for me. I have the information from someone that already did it, that already scraped their knees. When you combine those two things, you are going to steamroll everybody, because while everyone's playing the game of trying to do things cheap, trying to do things for free, you're willing to invest not just your time, but also your money, and that's going to allow you to surpass what people are doing because they're not willing to spend their money. Therefore, they're going to pay with more of their time, which long-term is going to cost them more money. You know what we call that, guys? We call that opportunity cost. So many people worry about the cost, but not the opportunity cost. I was explaining SEO, so you guys now understand what that is: search engine optimization, the process of getting a business to rank first on Google. Guys, it may be $1,000 a month, and you might say, wow, that's expensive. But let me give you an idea. Let's say you owned a roofing business. An average roofing job to get a new roof put on a house is between $10,000 and $15,000 per job. If you're doing 4 jobs a month, that's $40,000 a month in business, roughly. Now imagine your business is not seen on Google, and there is tens of thousands of people that are making Google searches looking for a roofing company, looking to shop with a roofer because they need a new roof. And imagine your business not showing up. You were too scared to spend the $1,000 a month, which is why you're now not being seen by all these thousands of people that are going to go spend $10,000 on a roof with all the people that are being seen. So what actually costs more money? And this is what you guys need to start thinking about. You need to change your frame of mind with how you actually think about money. Money is expedition. You buy back your time by investing your money. Never be scared to invest your money. There will always be more of it. It's abundant. The Federal Reserve and the Mint print endless money, billions and billions and trillions of dollars. And you can print money too with a good business model. So for me, I went all in on learning how to build a social media marketing agency. My brother and I currently run that business today. And guess what? Based on the current scale and the numbers that we're doing, if I wanted to sell right now, I could sell my company for probably about $4 million. Would I do that? Absolutely not. Because I know in the future, with the multiples that I can get, once I scale to $1 million a month, I can sell my business for $20 million, $30 million. And that's the business that's funding my lifestyle right now. So I plan on continuously, actively running that business. But guys, those are the principles that I would follow, and that's what I would do if I wanted to become a millionaire in my 20s. I would get a good business partner and a good friend, maybe a brother, maybe a family member, and I would start a marketing agency. And the reason I give you that advice is because that's exactly what I did. And I documented the whole journey. So listen, I don't want to waste any more of your time. There's really not much else to talk about. I gave you guys the advice. Start a marketing agency, get a good business partner, friend or family member that would want to start it with you. And don't give up until it's successful, because it is a business that will give you geographic freedom. You could work from where you want. Time freedom, you get to choose your work schedule because you're now an entrepreneur. And financial freedom, because when you build a successful agency, you can make as much money as you fucking want. And that's it. So that is exactly what I would do if I wanted to be a millionaire at a young age. If I wanted to retire in my 20s, I would ignore all the noise, all the extra information. I would ignore all the e-com drop shipping. I would ignore what everyone else has going on. And I would stick to something that has a long-term track record of success. And I would not give up until I won. And that's what I did. And maybe that's what you should do. Now go work.